This question is from Sarah from Leeds. People often use the expression, "you drive me crazy." With misplaced intentions, can a person actually drive another, perhaps more vulnerable person, to madness or self-destruction? If yes, can we make ourselves absolutely immune to such intentions?
Oh. Why, Sarah, is it? Sarah has not met anybody really wonderful who drove her crazy. I'm talking in a positive way. Somebody should drive you crazy, otherwise what's the point of life? Hello? I'm self-propelled. I'm just driving myself crazy all the time. But if you don't know how to drive, somebody at least should drive you. No, that's not the question. The question is about somebody driving you towards insanity, making you really crazy. We are not supposed to use these words, insanity, crazy, but I'm not medically qualified to use the most appropriate words because they have 72 descriptions for various levels of mental degeneration of various sorts. So can somebody push you into a depressive state or a manic state or even… there is a law in India, I don't know how it is here, there is something called as abatement of suicide. You don't have to be physically there. You're sending messages and somebody commits suicide, saying, "These messages are disturbing me, so I'm killing myself." All he had to do is throw the damn phone. But instead, he throws his life away and you will be arrested immediately. Abatement of suicide is a serious crime, up to 10 years in prison. Well, you have to prove that your messages were love messages and they misunderstood. Try convincing a police officer that this is a love message. So, can someone else push you off the brink? Yes, if you are on the edge. See, if you are on the cliff edge, somebody can push you off with a finger. If you're 3 steps away, they need both their hands. If you're 10 steps away, it takes 2 people to drag you. If you're far away, no chances of falling off the cliff doesn't arise in your life, isn't it? So the question is, where are you sitting right now? Are you sitting in that aspect of you which I would refer to as the seat of your experience? There is a seat of your experience from where all experience is generated. If you're sitting there in control, nobody ever can drive you crazy. Simply out of question. That's why I do it to myself, But if you get off that seat, then yes, situations and people can push you into very complex and difficult mental situations. Most of the time, when psychological disruptions happened in the past or even today, many people think that they are possessed by some other force or there is black magic. This is a common thing. Hundreds of letters like this coming to me every year. Sadhguru, I'm possessed, somebody has done black magic on me. Well, I don't want to completely take away that dimension, but that is a minuscule. Rest is your own psychological thing. When psychological disturbances happen, the nature of it is such that it almost feels like somebody is working from within, because you never realized how many dimensions are there to your mind. Human mind is a building with 1,000,000 rooms. Every room different kind. You may have created safety and security of your life in such a way that you just live in one room. If you enter the next room, you will be surprised. It doesn't even feel like you. Yes, it doesn't even feel like you. If you enter every room, new room every day, then you will know all the nonsense that you thought that you are just is absolute rubbish because you made up everything for the sake of convenience. Because human mind is not a small possibility. If a building has 1,000,000 rooms, we are trying to build rooms and rooms, it's a lot of work. But if you have a ready-made building with 1,000,000 rooms, is it an advantage or a disadvantage? Hello? It's a tremendous thing. I have a building with 1,000,000 rooms, it's a tremendous thing. But now, if you're unconsciously pushed into new rooms, that is called as psychological problems. Can somebody push you into a new room? Yes, they can. But it depends where you're sitting. If you're sitting firmly in the seat of your experience, where experience is generated, you're in charge of that, then nobody can push you anywhere. Somebody else cannot determine the nature of your experience. The nature of your experience alters itself depending upon how you react to that somebody else. From day one I've been talking to you, your ability to respond, you must take charge of it. If your ability to respond is 100% in your hands, nobody else can determine what happens within you. This does not mean you will become a dry stick. This does not mean there is no excitement in your life. This does not mean there is no love, laughter, joy in your life. No, all this will become just available to you all the time. It's just that you don't need anybody's cooperation for this. This is freedom. Hello? You don't need anybody's cooperation for you to be joyful, for you to be loving, for you to be compassionate, for you to be ecstatic. You don't need anybody's cooperation because human experience is essentially caused from within. This is why I'm saying the coming year, 2021, can be of great significance to this generation of human beings. You know, we built the yoga center here and in India. The idea is people slowly turn inward. Well, many of them are doing wonderfully well, but because for a lifetime they've been trained that unless they mess with somebody, life is not complete. It's a social training. So now, I'm just seeing in some way, your homes, your offices, the world slowly becoming a yoga center. People have to turn inward. I've been saying this, people keep asking me, Sadhguru, should I come and live in the ashram? No, the important thing is you must turn your home into an ashram, not ashram into your home. Your home should become a spiritually rich place, very important. Otherwise, coop up everybody in one place, it'll become like a chicken farm. Hello? Are you looking like frozen chicken right now? Oh. So, I know this is going to infuriate many, many people because the governments are struggling, businesses are struggling, people are struggling. I want you to know, Isha Foundation also struggling on various levels, but joyfully. That's our choice. Hello? Whether we have to struggle with situations or not is not a choice right now. You have to because you have to transform many things that you have done which have worked well for many years, now you have to turn it upside down. But see, a child, have you seen, maybe you also did, you know, once upon a time, you were also a joyful child, you remember that? Hello? Because I see parents are always happy when their children are serious, focused on some stupid thing. They are not happy if they find their children joyful, hanging upside down in the room, huh? And they don't like the sounds of joy in their home. Most adults, these days, it has been kind of because of so many kinds of gadgets and instruments, people are trying to beat their melancholy with music. Dang, 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 dang. Because all it takes is a machine to produce music now. You don't need any any kind of sense about, you know, weaving sounds together. You can set up a machine, dang, 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 dang. You heard a lot of music like this, all of you listening like that these days? Nothing else, simply dang, 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 dang. So some dang, dang, dang is happening, beating, you know, the moods of the people to some extent, and it's plugged in so that others need not suffer that music. Because of that, they're little wobbling like that. But anyway, the neurologists in the world are saying this constantly plugged-in music is causing serious damage to your neurological system. You know this? It's eating up your brains. Well, at least if you feed it to the birds, you know, some life would be nourished. Now, these types of moods, over 22,000 people were surveyed in UK, and they found 65% of the people, in a week's time of their experience, every week, 1 week, in 1 week, at least one day, for the whole day, they're either irritated or depressed or angry or resentful, at least for one full day in 7 days. Must be a Monday, I think. Or maybe a Saturday, maybe it's at home. Well, probably in United States, if you take the same 22,000 sample, the numbers may not be 65%. I would lower the percentage. The reason is you are not cooped up on an island. Though you are called a turtle island, you know. It's a vast continent, so you have space to freak by yourself. Hello? You have space. But where if you coop them up in one house or in more concentrated population, you will see that how many people are at the edge. So if you are at the edge, somebody comes and does this, you'll fall off. So can somebody drive you crazy? Both ways, positively and negatively, they can. It's a good possibility. But does a human being have a choice of remaining absolutely sane and acting little crazy? Yes, we have. You must exercise that choice to be absolutely sane but act little insane, just for fun. I don't know. You don't need somebody or a drink or a drug to act insane, because there is somebody here, there is every kind of chemical here. Hello? So, self-help is best help, they were saying, at least the previous generation was always saying self-help is best help.